What's up, my people? I am Caroline.
And I'm Shanita.
And welcome to Cooking Raw. So today I thought, Shanita, that since you took so much French in high school and college, that we would do some dishes
I've
from
only
France.
taken a few classes.
So what
Just a few.
Just a few?
Yes.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't speak French fluently.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you know how to say crepes in French?
I think it's crepes.
Like, say it again.
Crepes.
Crepes.
Yes.
So we're going to be making crepes in
Awesome.
honor of your French.
Speaking experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
And you know, the way the French make it and the way we make it is all about like a pancake batter. But this is going to be, you know, we're not going to have the flour and the milk and, you know, all that other stuff.
I'm a little suspicious
Why are you suspicious?
because I don't know if it's going to taste as good as
I can't
the real
believe,
thing.
girl, everything I make, she slobbers over it.
All right.
You know, it's good. Okay.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is make the batter.
Okay. And what goes in the batter?
What goes in the batter? We are going to, what do you see?
Zucchini? Really?
Really?
Okay. Bananas?
Really?
All right. Okay. So what do I have to do first?
So we are going to, why don't you chop up the zucchini?
Okay.
So there's zucchini going in there. While you're doing that, I am going to peel these ripe bananas. And I think I'm going to peel this one first. So we're going to put the banana in there, a whole banana. Dump that.
And we're leaving the skin on these.
Yes, we're going to leave the
zucchini.
skin. Why not? So, and plus we're going to use this baby young coconut. We're actually going to use the meat from this.
And not the water?
Not the water, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to, but man, we should have had a cup just to drink the water.
I know. I can drink it out of the container though.
See, if you drink it out of the container, then I can't drink it. I don't want.
That's okay.
I don't want
we don't
none
have
of
to
your
share.
spit. I
We
know.
don't have to share.
Good.
It can just be all for me.
No, I don't think so. So why don't you put, what's that? A half of a lime.
Freshly
Juice.
squeezed lime.
Yep. Put that in there,
Okay.
and just put maybe a pinch or two of sea salt. That's enough, because, ooh, that was like 3 pinches the way you do stuff. Okay, that's about a half a cup of ground flaxseed, so put that in there.
I'm surprised you didn't use the chia seeds.
Well, chia seeds coming up. You just
Oh,
she just had to take my thunder.
Okay.
Put that in there. So let's go ahead on, and we're going to wait on that agave. So how do you do this?
I just whack it.
Let me see you whack it. I'm going to get back a little bit.
Get back.
Uh-huh.
Oops.
Muscle. Oh, that was easy.
Skill. Skill. All in the wrists.
Oh, man, I hope that's good. Well, it is good.
It
So
is
we're going to
good.
pour that in there. Oh, pour it in there.
In this container here.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Yes. Beautiful,
mine.
beautiful, beautiful. Lord. So now we're just going to take this white coconut meat, the fresh coconut meat, scrape it out, and then we are going to place it in there.
Sometimes coconuts can be a little bit difficult to find. Is there a substitute that someone can use if they were, or do they have to have the
You don't-
coconut in order to make this dish?
You do not have to have the coconut to make this dish. I
Okay.
just like it with the coconut and the banana.
Mm-hmm.
It just adds a little bit more, you know, different flavor.
And texture?
Yep.
Okay.
To that, but you don't have to have it. You can just use the apple cider vinegar, and you don't even have to use apple cider vinegar. You can just use plain water if you want to.
Is it apple cider vinegar or is it apple cider?
Apple
I
cider,
know, I was getting scared. I was like, what is apple cider vinegar?
and that apple cider, I love it. You know, it was made right here in Wisconsin,
Get out of here.
in here, right in the state. I just love it.
Local producers.
Local producers. So then we're gonna put in. We're gonna start off with a half a cup of this delicious raw.
All raw.
Yes.
Made only with apples.
Made only with apples. You see how dark it is, right? So you're going to put that in there. That's that. Now, let's turn this bad buddy on. Okay, and this is a Vitamix, so it makes a difference. So we're going to use it in Vitamix, and it just blends everything really well. So let's just test for taste.
Okay.
And then let's make sure that it is thin enough or, okay. I do this. Ah. I can,
I have to
Here.
judge it as well.
okay. What do you
This is
think?
pretty good.
Do you think he needs anything else? Any agave? See, we don't need that second banana. That's one of the things that you should do before you add everything, because that banana was ripe enough and sweet enough, and this is good for me. I'm just going to blend
So
it.
we're going for a more milky, well, this is like a smoothie, more than a smoothie consistency.
Right, right. But because crepes are thin,
Right.
and so we don't want it thick. We want it sort of thin and pliable.
Okay.
And so we're just going to blend this up a little bit more
Okay.
for it to be smooth. And while we're blending, you want to clear that path a little bit so we can put it on our tray. Okay,
Are you going to pour it in this container or leave it in the jar?
we can leave it in the jar. I'm going to move that over a little bit. And so I'm going to give you a tray. This is one of the dehydrated trays. And we're going to use parchment paper
Okay.
to put this on. Let's have a black spoon. And so you can take a little bit out. See how that is? And plop it there. And you're going to make,
Baby.
yeah. And
Crepes.
these, and we're going to use these baby ones for something little special. And then you just circle it.
So you really want it very, very thin, like a crepe.
Yes. But I don't make it so thin where you see the paper, and then because we have to put it in the dehydrator.
And how long do you leave it in the dehydrator?
Well, we're going to leave it in the dehydrator for totally about 8-9 hours. But the first hour, we're going to turn it up to like about 145 or so, and then turn it down to like 110 to let it finish drying. So do you get the idea?
I'll give it a shot.
Oh,
And see how well I do.
Okay, so you do that, and while you're doing that, I'm going to make the bigger ones.
All right, that's about enough.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pour this out like that. Okay. So do you like crepes?
I do. I don't have them very often,
Yeah.
but I have tried them before, and they're usually filled with like fruit and maybe some whipped cream. And I'm assuming we won't be using whipped cream with this dish.
You're so correct.
Okay.
Most definitely. These really do, they're a lot of work because you have to tend to them, make sure that you don't dehydrate too long, because then they become very
Hard?
Yep, crisp.
Oh, okay.
So now, Miss Shanita, we can go ahead on and put these beautiful crepes into the dehydrator.
Okay. At 145.
At 145 for about an hour. And then after an hour, you take a look at them. You have to really, even before the hour is up, you want to take a look and rotate and make sure they're drying evenly.
Okay.
And so are you able, I would put that in, let me show you. So the paper, put it in this way.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. So put it in. Da 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 da. And voila.
Magic.
Magic, magic, magic. Magic.
Do you want me to pull out the other one too?
Yeah, and this is truly magic.
Wow.
We have 3 trays coming out.
9 hours later.
Yes. Really watch it because one of the things with these is that they dry unevenly. And so what I found that I had to do was just to continue rotating.
And when you mean rotate, you mean rotate the tray or rotate
the tray. Rotate the tray.
But leave the crepes alone.
Leave the crepes
Don't touch
alone
those.
until they start getting like dry on one end. And here's the other thing that you really, really have to do. Once one side, the bottom side gets dry, and I'm going to let you know what happened to that parchment paper,
Okay.
is that while we were away, I took the parchment paper, peeled it off. Be really, really careful when you peel because you want to peel it off very gently so you won't tear this crepe.
Like we did with this one.
Yeah, like you did, she did. I don't know why when she did this. So those are her small crepes. So, but yes, and then you're gonna flip them, right?
Okay. Flip on the other side.
Yep, flip them on the other side and then let them dry. Really, I can't stress this.
Be careful.
Be careful because you
Yes.
don't want them to get too hard.
Right. Because these are very pliable and flexible.
Right.
And it's quite different than your flaxseed crackers.
Right.
Which are hard and crunchy.
Right, even this big one is nice and pliable. And it smells really good. It smells really good.
Oh, you could add ginger to this?
Yes, you can add ginger to that. You can add orange. You know, you can do whatever you want with this. This is just a start. And you decide what you want to add in to your batter. So the crepes are done.
They are done.
So now what we're getting ready to do is make the filling. Not the filling. This
The
is
marinade.
This
That's
is the
what I said
marinade.
it wrong last time.
Okay, so we're going to do the marinade.
Okay.
And so the marinade is really easy. So let's just go ahead on and do it. We're going to use the baby young coconut again. Put that in there, please.
Just the coconut meats.
Just the coconut meat.
And drink the coconut water.
And we're going to add, why don't we start off with like about 3 dates, maybe 4. See what it tastes like.
Dates pitted.
Yep. Pit it, remove the pit. Ginger, I love ginger. I just
Wow, that's a
love.
lot of ginger.
I love ginger. I just
Ooh.
love ginger. I just love ginger. Okay.
Wow.
So then we're going to add, of course, some more lime juice. That's about like a half a lime. I'm into lime now. Nita, you want to pour the chia seeds? So now we're using the chia seeds.
How much of this?
That's about a half a cup. Yep. Pour that in there. Some agave, a little bit, just a little bit. I shouldn't have put that in there, but go ahead. And then just a little, what's this, about not even a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, okay? And then we're going to use some cinnamon to taste, whatever you like, okay? And now we're going to add about, a half a cup of apple cider.
Did you add the agave?
Yes.
Okay.
And now we're going to put this on and we're going to blend. Okay. This is our batter. Because we're going to make these apple crepes. We're going to do some really different and cool stuff.
Is this bowl big enough?
Yep. But let's taste it. We're going to taste it first. Put it around. I like that.
Oh, that is really good.
Isn't that delicious?
And for the recipe, they can go to mptv.org to find this recipe and the recipe for the crepes and all the other recipes that we're going to make on the show today.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to pull out the crepes, we're going to pull out all our fillings, and we're going to show you how to get down to roll them and do the magic, okay? Wow, we have The wow is back. The wow is back. Okay. So we finished the nice crepes, very pliable.
Yes.
We have the marinade.
Check.
We already have the sliced apples.
And the apples are Granny Smith and
Granny
Rayburn?
Smith and Gala.
Gala apples.
They're
okay.
very nice, firm apples, really hold up.
Well.
Yeah, for marinade, and if you want to put it in the dehydrator a little bit.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Okay. So what am I doing
first of all, why don't you do this? Why don't you put some of the marinade on top of the apples?
Okay.
So you do that. Yeah.
Any more?
Yep, put some more in there. Yep. And just stir it around. Beautiful. Yep, mix that all in.
Now, are you supposed to let this sit for a bit?
Yep, let it sit for a bit, or you can put it in the dehydrator at like about 105 and let it dehydrate for a little bit. Soften the apples up, caramelizes everything for you.
Okay.
And you do that, right?
Yes.
So let's say that's already done.
Done.
And voila!
Wow. Magic.
So, magic, here it is. This is the version after it's been sitting for a while, marinated. I actually put it in the dehydrator for like about a couple of hours at about 105 to soften the apples up a little bit.
Okay.
And it's absolutely
And
beautiful.
the marinade changed color
And
too.
the marinade changed, most definitely it did.
It smells really good.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to do the stacked pancakes?
I will do the stacked pancakes.
Okay, wonderful. I tell you what, you do the stacked pancakes.
Okay.
You do that. And I am going to do this fleur de pomme. What does that mean in French? Fleur de pomme.
Apple flour, apple.
Let's see
like
if I
that?
can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how to do the stacked.
What do you mean you don't know how to do this, Nat?
This is the first time I made this, so you have
So-
to tell me how the.
So
this.
basically, only thing you're going to do, you're going to take these wonderful fruits, right?
Strawberries.
Okay, we got some strawberries, and you're just going to make it look pretty.
So I'm just stacking the fruit on top of the crepes
Yep,
and
beautiful, right? And then here, you might want to put a couple of more or something like that on there, right? Put that one on top of that, right? Then, do we want to put blueberries?
sure.
Let's put some blueberries.
Oh, you know what? We should have used our little syrup here.
No,
Or-
not on that.
I
That's
thought
for
I was
something
making
else.
it.
Oh, well. See how she do me? She asked me questions.
Oh, I was just looking for a little bit of guidance.
Okay, so I'm going to take some of this sauce from the marinade and spread it on my delicious crepe. I'm so proud of this, right? Spread it on there.
So you can make this to be any way you want it to be, really.
Right, you really can. So then I'm going to take some of these apples. I'm just going to use my hands. I'm at home, right? Yes. Put that there and just do that.
These blueberries don't want to stay on top of my pancake.
Well,
I have to figure it out, right?
yeah, work it out, girl. Work it out, sister. Okay. And I really wasn't intending on making this, but the crepe just called out, and these apples just said, "Make a flower out of me, Caroline. Make a flower out of me."
That's the creativity calling your name.
There, that is. So then I'm going to take some of these
Sliced
almonds, right?
Yes.
And I am going to take some of these. And you know what I'm going to do? Put some here. Would you pass me some of the coconut?
Sure.
Put some coconut on here, right? And then I'm going to take, again, some of this marinade.
Smart.
Put that on there. Right? Stir that in.
So you can just make things up on the fly.
I do. And that's the way it is when you're doing raw foods. I mean, it's not just
Following the recipe verbatim.
really, it's not just, and then once you get in the kitchen, then all these creative things just start coming. And then you just have like visions of what something should look like. And really, I've never been an artist until I started doing this. I was like, oh, I'm an artist. And I just love that. You can use walnuts, any type of nuts you
Put
like.
raisins in that
You
too?
can put raisins in this. And we call that what? Fleur
De pomme.
de pomme. There you have it. So that's one thing you can do with it.
And you said you put this in the dehydrator?
Then we put this in the dehydrator. So we put that in the dehydrator for me, please. Now, if you want to go head on, pull that out. Dehydrated fleur de pomme, guys.
Looks delicious.
It is delicious. And so I'm just going to glisten it up a little bit, put some of this marinade on top of it.
Now, is the crepe still pliable, or it still
is. It's still very
and you
pliable.
left it in there for a bit of time, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can leave it there for an hour or two.
Okay.
And at a low temperature. Okay, so we have that. That's one dish. If you wanted to, you can put some coconut ice cream or something on there. That would be absolutely delicious. So now let's move on, and we're going to make our apple crepe.
This is just with the apple and the marinade
Yep.
filling.
So I'm just going to put some apples in there again using my hands.
Are you going to put some of the other fruit in there, or is it just going to be the apples?
We can put some of the other fruits in there and make it nice. I love that. And the apples really do look cooked, don't they?
They do.
But they're not.
They do. Well, if you put them in a dehydrator, I mean, you're not really cooking them, but you're letting some of the moisture absorb.
So if you want to, we can put some, strawberries on it. The strawberries are absolutely delicious, very healthy. And then we can really just roll this. Just take it, and you see how pliable this is? Just take it and roll. And there you have it. It's all stuffed in there like that. And then we can add some of the marinade. And all this is just strawberries, raspberries, and what else?
You put a little bit of lime juice in there, freshly squeezed lime juice, and agave.
And some agave. And you can put that on the side.
Wow, what a treat.
It really is. It really is.
Now, I'm assuming you want fresh fruit. Would this work with frozen fruit?
It would work with frozen fruit, but for me, the fresh for the filling. And then if I'm going to use like a little marinade, a little sauce like this, I wouldn't mind using frozen.
I think it's awesome. I think we should take a bite.
Well, we're not going to take a bite of this because they're going to have to see that. We're not going to take a bite now, later on.
Wow. Wow. Amazing.
Okay, wow. Listen, I am really proud of this.
Me too.
I mean, because, we have breakfast, we have dessert, we have a nice healthy snack, and, we have this really good probiotic drink that's just really good for the body.
Any time of the day.
Any time of the day.
Absolutely.
And so here it is, these little walnut almond praline with the marinade.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they're really, really good. Look at that.
Absolutely. Easy to make, too.
Easy to make. And the, what do we call this? The fleur de pomme.
Fleur de pomme.
The apple
Filling.
ginger
Crepe.
And then this is supposed to be like a little, pancake?
Yeah,
Crepe.
crepe. Yep.
Crepe. And the drink, you really have to try this drink.
Awesome. A++.
So, where can they find this?
Go to mptv.org.
And I think that's it.
That's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap.
Well, see you next time on
Cooking Raw.
To order a copy of Caroline and Shanita's book, A Mother and Daughter Diary of Raw Food Recipes for Beginners, go to mptv.org and click on Store. Or call 262-781-4998.